All right, let's dive into Anthropic's AI, Claude. Today, we're going to take a journey that'll turn you from someone who's just curious about Claude into a user who can really wield it as a powerful creative partner. So, let's get into it.
So what's all the hype about? It really comes down to this one simple idea: an AI that actually gets you. We're moving away from just asking basic questions and getting basic answers. This is about a tool that understands what you mean, the context you're working in, and what you're trying to achieve. And, that changes everything about how we can use this technology.
So here's our game plan. First, we're going to look beyond the simple chatbot and meet the whole Claude family. Then, we'll get into your everyday superpowers, how to master the art of the prompt. From there, we'll see how Claude can become your personal agent, even show you how to build things with plain English. And finally, we'll ask the big question: what does this all mean for the future of work?
Okay, first things first. Claude isn't just one single AI. It's actually a whole family of models, and each one has its own special talent. And honestly, knowing which one to pick for the job is your first real step to becoming a power user.
This table breaks it down perfectly. Think of Haiku as your super fast assistant for quick, simple things. Sonnet? That's your daily driver. It's the one you'll use for probably 80% of your work, writing, coding, you name it. And Opus? Well, Opus is the genius. That's who you call in for the really tricky, complex problems that need some serious brain power.
So now you know which model to use. Let's talk about how to actually talk to it. Because mastering the prompt, that's the real secret to unlocking everything Claude can do for you in your day-to-day work.
And this right here, this is the secret sauce. It's a super simple 3-step formula. First, observe. Give Claude an example to look at, maybe a blog post you wrote, so it can learn your style. Second, context. Give it the background info it needs for the new task. And third, aim. Be crystal clear about what you want it to do. Trust me, using this structure will give you way better results.
Okay, so that formula gets you better results. But now let's talk about getting more out of Claude. If you're using the free version, this stuff is gold for staying under the usage limits. For example, starting fresh chats often is a great move. Why? Because really long conversations eat up a ton of memory and credits. Another pro tip: edit your original prompt instead of sending a new message to correct it. It's just way more efficient. And like we just said, use the right model. Don't bring out the big guns with Opus if the speedy little Haiku can get the job done. These little habits make a massive difference.
Now, this is where things get really cool. We're about to make a huge leap. From thinking of Claude as just a passive assistant to seeing it as a proactive agent that can actually automate work for you.
This comparison just nails the concept. On the left, that's the old way. You give it a one-off command. But on the right, that's the future. You're setting up a recurring, scheduled task, an automation that just runs itself. That's Claude acting as your agent, working for you even when you're not looking.
The magic behind this is a feature they're calling Co-work. Basically, you give Claude permission to securely access your desktop to handle things locally. I mean, just imagine saying, hey, go into this folder, make every image 1080p wide, and then put them in a new folder. And it just does it. That's the power we're talking about here.
And you can make these automations even smarter with something called skills. The best way to think of them is like little custom mini apps that you create for Claude. You could build a whole workflow, say one that takes a chunk of text and turns it into a beautiful infographic, and then fire off that entire complicated process with just one simple command.
Okay, you might want to sit down for this. We've reached the point where you can use Claude to build actual software, even if you have zero, and I mean zero, technical experience. The only trick is learning that the jargon isn't as scary as it sounds. First up, the terminal. Forget those scary black screens you see in hacker movies. It's so much simpler than that. Honestly, just think of it as texting your computer. Instead of clicking on pretty buttons, you just type what you want it to do. That's it. All right, next word, repo. It sounds super technical, doesn't it? Well, it's not. Seriously, it is just a fancy word for a folder. A special folder, sure, one that holds all the files for a single project, but at the end of the day, it's just a folder.
And this is my absolute favorite analogy for explaining code: front end versus back end. The front end is like the beautiful dining room of a restaurant. It's everything you, the customer, can see and interact with. The back end? That's the busy, chaotic kitchen in the back that makes all the magic happen.
So why do we care about busting these bits of jargon? Because once you understand these basic ideas, you can ask Claude to do incredible things. You can literally just say, in plain English, generate a snake game for me, or build an expense tracking dashboard. And it will actually do it. It will write the code and make it happen. So wow, we've gone all the way from simple chats to building entire applications. Let's just pull back for a second and look at the big picture here. What we're witnessing is a massive shift in how we think about work and creativity itself.
This chart really lays out the whole user journey perfectly, right? You start with the basics, chat and research. Then you graduate to automation with things like Co-work. After that, you level up again by using integrations with the tools you already use, like Chrome or Excel. And finally, you reach the top level, true creation, building new things with code. The whole process just becomes incredibly simple. You start with just an idea, something you can describe in plain English. Then Claude does all the heavy lifting. It writes the code, it runs the automations, and what comes out the other side is a finished product. It could be an app, a report, a video, whatever you imagined.
And this really is the most important thing to take away from all of this. All of these amazing capabilities, the chatbot, the automator, the coder, they're all integrated into one single platform. You don't need a dozen different tools anymore. You just need Claude. And this quote just says it all. This is the ultimate promise, isn't it? A massive, unbelievable speed up of the entire creative process. Ideas that used to take teams of people weeks or even months to build can now be brought to life in minutes. Which brings us to one final really big question. As these tools get more and more powerful, more and more accessible, is this just the new normal? Is this how we'll all work in the future? A future where the most important skill isn't knowing how to code, but knowing how to clearly explain your ideas to an AI copilot? Definitely something to think about. Thanks for joining me.